Each week on this video, we'll identify sneaky waiver wire ads that you could pick up and add to your roster heading into week 5. I'm Alan Seslowsky, along with RotoWire co-founder Jeff Erickson. Jeff, who's your first sneaky ad for week 5?
Tyler Allgeier of the Atlanta Falcons. A couple things are clear. One, Cordero Patterson is not a complete workhorse back. They want to manage him. He barely practiced during the week last week. He was gone for big chunks of this game. In fact, we were worried that he aggravated the injury, and then he came in and closed the game in the fourth quarter. But they're going to share carries. And Tyler Allgeier had 11 touches this past week, over 100 yards against the Browns. The other thing is the Falcons are committed to the run. They do not want to expose Marcus Mariota at all. Bad news for Kyle Pitts managers like myself who have Pitts in a lot of leagues. I thought it was a good buy low window, and I thought, okay, that Seattle game was a good start. Not so much. It's hard to rack up big target games when you don't throw the ball 20 times in a game. So they are going to run the ball out. So the running backs are going to benefit. Patterson's a start every week. Allgeier is a good bye week guy, flex position guy. Your starting running back gets hurt. You lose Javonte Williams. Well, you can use Allgeier as a possibility to slot in there just to get by.
All right, my first sneaky ad is going to be Buffalo wide receiver Khalil Shakir, a rookie out of Boise State. Now, remember, Isaiah McKenzie and both Jamison Crowder left Sunday's win over the Ravens with injuries. If both miss time going forward, then Shakir would likely be the primary beneficiary. The fifth-round rookie caught both of his targets for 23 yards. Shakir is 6 foot, 196 pound, ran a 4.3, and had a 40% college dominator rating, which means he had about 40% of the team's total offensive output. The most important factor is that he would be the wide receiver 3 on a Josh Allen offense who is currently 3rd in pass attempts and 1st in pass completions. I'm picking up Khalil Shakir for a 5% bid or less. Who's your second sneaky ad for week 5?
Unfortunately, as a guy that has Javonte Williams on a lot of teams, I'm looking at Mike Boone. Now, Mike Boone had a hideous drop on 4th down against the Raiders, and a bad play even before that too. So there's some downsides to him, but Melvin Gordon allowed the Raiders to have their first defensive touchdown in 3 years when he had a fumble 6, and he's had serious ball security issues lately. And I don't think they're going to go Melvin Gordon all the way through. I think they're going to do what they did last week, where Boone's going to get a significant workload share. Not a great player, but running back's a position of opportunity, and there's an opportunity to be had here.
All right, you're a Javonte Williams manager. How much fab are you going to put down where you need a running back?
10 to 12%.
My second sneaky ad is Geno Smith, the quarterback on the Seattle Seahawks. Smith followed up that 325-yard day against Atlanta with another 320-yard day against Detroit. Smith looks like a credible NFL starter at this point. Once again, he's completing 77% of his passes. He added nearly 50 yards rushing on the ground and had his first rushing touchdown of the season. DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett look healthy to me, and Smith is the preferred superflex option at this point and a viable starter even in single quarterback league. He has a week 5 matchup against the Saints. Not great, but after that, Seattle faces Arizona, which has been fantasy friendly twice over the next month. Geno Smith, Jeff, is the QB 10 after 1 month of NFL action.
I'm going to go Kenny Pickett with my third one here as another quarterback. You know, he came in second time ever that Tomlin has replaced a quarterback because of non-health reasons. It just doesn't happen. Pittsburgh's all about continuity. They, whether it's coaches or quarterbacks, they prefer not to change. So I think that in the case here with Kenny Pickett, they spent a first-round pick on him. He looked good in the preseason. They know it was a matter of time. I know they said they wanted to have him sit and watch, but we know the Mitchell Trubisky story isn't a positive one. It's not going to end well. The tricky part, though, is you can't really use Pickett this week. It gets Buffalo. I don't want any part of that matchup.
He had 2 rushing touchdowns too, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He is mobile, but so is Mitch.
My last sneaky ad is wide receiver on the Jets, Corey Davis. Now, let's remember, it's Corey Davis who's the highest paid New York Jet wide receiver. 5 of 7 targets he caught yesterday for 74 yards and a touchdown against the Steelers. Davis will have down weeks fantasy-wise in an offense with teammates like Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson. However, Davis seems to be Zach Wilson's preferred target going back to last season when Zach Wilson earned Rookie of the Week a few times. Davis is only 16% roster, Jeff, so we're advising him to sneak onto your roster. You can get him for a 5% or less bid. Are you putting on any significant bid on some of the backups on Indianapolis should Jonathan Taylor miss time? Deion Jackson. They have a guy on the practice squad named Devontae Price. Nyheim Hines is likely rostered. You're going to want him. So just based on that profile alone, 5%, 10% on Deion Jackson?
Yeah, I would probably say 5 because Hines is not going away. He's going to be there. It's just going to be an annoying timeshare. They get the short turnaround this week to get Denver on the Thursday night game in Denver. I'd be really surprised if Taylor plays this game, but stranger things have happened.
If you enjoy videos like this, consider hitting the like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified when RotoWire posts new videos every day. And you can unlock RotoWire's paywall at RotoWire.com for free for 2 days just by going to RotoWire.com/try, enter your email, and the paywall unlocks. And you can hear Jeff Erickson on SiriusXM Radio Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you like, you can hear me, Alan Seslowsky, on SiriusXM Radio every Sunday along with Jim Coventry at 9 a.m. Eastern Time.